Hey Canucks fans, the Vancouver Canucks have been defeated by the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-1 in Toronto. Here's what I liked, here's what I didn't like, and here's one other thing. What I liked the debut of Kole Lind. 17 minutes of ice time in his debut. So this wasn't a 6 or 7 or 9 minutes special. It was a full 17 minutes for Lind. And he looked good. You know, he played on the line with Mott and Sutter. They actually looked good in the first period until Mott didn't play for the rest of the game, or he only played for a bit of the second period and missed the second half of the game because of his injury. It looks like an upper body injury for Mott. But I thought that line looked fine. And I knew that Travis Green would put a couple, experienced players with Kole Lind for his first game. So there he was with Brandon Sutter and Tyler Mott, and I thought Lind played really well. He had a good scoring chance in the first period coming around the net, controlled the puck, won some battles, 2 shots on goal, 1 hit, and 1 block. Again, 17 minutes of ice time, so I thought it was an excellent debut for Kole Lind. Like the Canucks special teams, they went 1 for 2 on the power play, and they didn't even take a penalty, so they were 0 for 0 on the penalty kill. Good discipline shown by the Vancouver Canucks that way. They also won 55% of the face-offs, but that's really it. That's really all I liked in this game. Kole Lind, I like special teams, and I think that's it. What I didn't like, well, where do you want to start? I didn't like the fact that Quinn Hughes was -4, and again, probably trying to do a little too much, and he had a really, really tough night. So that was Hughes' night. Didn't like, I think the Canucks, it's not like they didn't try. I think they were making, they were playing with a good effort, like good determination. But Toronto's just a way better team. Even when they sit a few guys, Toronto's just a way better team and controlling a lot of play and outshooting the Canucks 24-16. So that's another thing. I think just as the Canucks try and recover, try and come back, their 2 wins against Toronto were really nice coming out of the break, but now kind of reality is kind of settling in, and the Canucks struggled once again in losing their 3rd straight game. So didn't like Quinn Hughes -4. Didn't like overall the shot total, that the Canucks didn't seem that dangerous. Also, I was I'm a little bit worried about Tyler Mott, just because he's a very important player, but he didn't come back to play. So we'll see what the prognosis is with him. But I'm not going to blame any of the Canucks. I singled out Quinn Hughes a little bit because he was noticeable, because he was on the ice for all 4 Toronto goals. But overall, no one from the Vancouver Canucks had a really, really strong game. Although, like I said, I think Kole Lind had a really, really a strong debut. And then Zach McEwen Zach McEwen was the only guy who had under 10 minutes of ice time. Travis Boyd was right there on the 10-minute mark. But yes, so a tough game for Quinn Hughes. And, I would have loved the Canucks to get more shots on net. Also, I didn't like, the fight. I sort of get the code, but I don't kind of get it. So it was Simmons and Edler 2 minutes in the game. Edler's his first fight of his career, probably the last fight of his career. Didn't even throw a punch, just hung on for dear life. At least stood in there for about 6 or 7 attempts at punches by Simmons after 2 or 3 cross checks, and then Edler suffers a cut on one of his cheeks. But really, really didn't do much in that fight, nor did we expect him to. One other thing, I'm doing this really quickly. If I seem a little bit scattered, it's not because of the fact that I'm now an internet meme. I've talked about that before. But I'm going to be joining Rob Fay and the Nation on YouTube in about 5 or 10 minutes from now. So if you're somehow seeing this at the same time, make sure you check me out. I'm going to do about 15 minutes with Rob on his show. So there's what I liked. There's what I didn't like. There's one other thing. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and what else you want to talk about. Leave a comment below. I will read, react, and reply as always. Subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. And become a member of this channel if you'd like to. And lastly, shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, Simalexander, Justin Credible, nucksfan number 29, Lucas Gates, Chris Seifried, and Adam Broomfield. Thanks to all members of all levels. You're listed in the video description. I gotta go talk to Rob. God bless, and go Canucks go.